question comes out, and you sparked that interest in my conversation that I was having, was what is the poisonous nature strictly and only attributed to the liability question?
Senator Price, there were all of what you could say the stakeholders are when it comes to providing medical help in the way that this bill laid it out. They knew about liability. Not any of them asked for that to be done. Somebody, in my view, who cannot come out and say I'm against the bill, wanted to suddenly show more concern for the people who are involved than the people themselves did. So since those who would be liable, if there's liability, had no concern about that, then all of this yakety-yakking about being noble because you're worried about people facing liability, I think is claptrap.
Well, I appreciate that, and so help a young pup out here.
I will, Sonny.
It's a long road to hoe, too.
Yes, it is.
Is it not incumbent upon us as we look at things to do what we think is best? So in other words, while the parties may not have thought it was important, if one of us should think it's important to address the topic, is it not within our purview and our, I guess I would say, responsibility to bring it up and address it?
If all you're going to do is discuss the possibility, that's fine within the context of a broad-ranging discussion, wide-ranging. But to offer an amendment and suggest that this amendment is protecting people so that they will perform this service to the public, that people who don't vote for this amendment want those people to be liable, that doesn't follow. That's a non sequitur.
So, and honestly, help me flush this out
as much as I can.
All right. So you're saying that the liability aspect was not addressed because no one has any concern with being held liable for prescribing drugs and medications to people they don't see.
You started by saying, so you're saying, I said what I said. You're saying that. You're drawing a conclusion. You are ascribing an intent and a meaning to me when I didn't utter the words you're talking about. What I said is that they had the opportunity. They were aware of this matter and it was not of that much concern to them. They didn't ask that waiving of liability be put into this. There's a bigger issue. And that issue is being addressed in the form of the bill that's before us now.
So, but now that I am addressing this, and I have taken on I don't say the charge of saying, let's consider and address the liability, does it not have merit and cause to be discussed?
That's beside the point of what I said. I quoted you. You said that the people supporting this bill are not interested in helping anybody. They want to maintain liability. That's what I went after you on. And all this other stuff you're just bringing in now because you got caught.
No, I have no problem with saying what I said, and I actually made the clarification that was the discussion for me was on the liability, not on whether people care or not. And if someone took that, if I misspoke, then that's what I did. But I'm still saying that the concept and construct of liability is something that we should address. The body said no.
Time. Thank you, Senator Price.